everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another Sacred Union energy update. We have a full moon tomorrow, and not only that, it is a super full moon. So really potent energies coming in. Then next week we have the solstice leading into the Lion's Gate in August. This energy is really picking up momentum. We've been channeling that for quite a while now. What I want to do tonight is just do a Sacred Union energy update and just see where the energies are before the full moon or leading up to the full moon. I've been getting this energy of recalibration and this union energy as well. So do make sure that you're checking out the collective message that I just posted. And make sure that you're also checking out the community tab or my Instagram and Facebook feeds where I am just posting all sorts of readings because this energy is just extremely potent, extremely powerful. It's an energy of change. It's just an energy of change as a whole. So do make sure that you're checking out all of it. Okay. There is a higher level of awareness that is coming in for yourself, potentially even for your sacred partner. Now, allow yourself to just focus on your energy, allow yourself to focus on your journey, on your sacred union path to ascension, because that is the union energy. Again, check out the collective message that I just posted for more on that, for more on the union energy. For me personally, and I know some of my friends as well, we've been experiencing some really interesting, for lack of a better word, energies. One moment it feels really peaceful, and the next moment it feels like we are, I don't want to say experiencing triggers. It's almost like, this is what I talked about today in one of my posts, one of my soul sayings, that it feels like we're having these full circle moments. Like the past is coming back around to really show us our ascension, to really show us how we've changed, how we've shifted the pattern. I was talking to a friend with regards to my own personal journey, and I shared a lot of it with you guys in the previous personal share, and I want to give a shout out to you guys for granting me this safe space in this community with which I can share my journey as well, because I'm part of the collective as well. You know, I'm not just channeling just for the sake of channeling. I'm here because I'm experiencing it right along with you, the raw and the real. Last week, what I experienced was a complete surrender. It was like the ultimate surrender, because I was ultimately choosing myself fully, wholeheartedly, in a way that I never have before. And with that, I completely surrendered my connection. I completely surrendered my counterpart. I completely surrendered the journey and just fully chose myself. And that shifted everything. And that's where the recalibration is coming in. That's where the rebalancing is coming in. The energy is moving. The energy itself is shifting. It's because we're shifting. I'm going to talk a little bit more about my personal experience later on, maybe even over on the Sacred Susan Dawn Ascension Connections and the Sacred Channeling over there. And I have talked about it over there as well, so make sure that you're subscribed to both of my channels. Tomorrow we're going to have, hopefully, a channeling on the full moon and in-depth understanding of what that means. But really, this energy has been shifting because we've been shifting inside, and it really feels like the full moon is like the completion of that cycle. It really feels like it's the integration of that. Anything that we have to release that isn't aligned to the higher truth of ourselves, the higher love of ourselves, is being released. For me, I had to fully release my counterpart. I had to fully release my idea of him. I had to fully release the connection. I had to fully release the journey itself in order to come into that union or really integrate that inner union within myself. And what's interesting is I was talking to a friend about this, and she said, sometimes old energy comes back around, situations, patterns, traumas, in order for us to see how far we've come, in order for us to choose differently, to choose ourselves. And when we're choosing ourselves, we are choosing the energy of love. When we're choosing ourselves in that higher energy, in the highest frequency, we're choosing the energy of love. And that had been building up for me for the past year, where I constantly had to see, where am I abandoning myself? Where am I betraying myself? Where am I neglecting myself, my own needs, my own wants, my own desires, my own life? Where am I just rejecting all these parts of myself and disrespecting myself and dishonoring myself. I had to really, over the course of this past year, look honestly at myself and choose me. Now, the old me would have thought that was really selfish. This transformed me understands that when I'm choosing myself in the energy of love, that has a beautiful ripple effect to everyone. Because if you're just sacrificing yourself, then you're giving parts of yourself away. Then you're not able to receive that love, and so you empty yourself out. There's nothing left to give. And that doesn't help anybody. You can't be of service to anybody in that way. You're betraying your boundaries. You're dishonoring your energy. You are neglecting your own values. So when you are choosing yourself, again, in that highest energy of love, then that has a beautiful positive ripple effect on everybody around you. And I had to choose myself and release that energy of my twin flame, release the energy of my counterpart, release the journey itself, in order to fully recognize that and embrace my own wholeness, embrace my own connection. And through deepening my connection to myself, I'm able to feel the love that I have for my counterpart in an even deeper way. And when I say releasing my counterpart, it's knowing in my heart that he will always be my ascension partner, my catalyst for this ascension journey, my deepest love. But I'm releasing the physical form. Because what I'm also feeling is universal conscious masculine coming in and being received by the feminine energy. As I've been channeling, there's kind of a split within the collective right now. For some, that universal conscious masculine energy is the person in the physical form that you always thought it was, that you always knew it was, that you always, whatever. For some, those divine counterparts are choosing different paths. And that is their free will. But at the highest level, understand that you're also choosing together. If you are essentially choosing, I talk about this a lot in other videos. I don't know if I want to go deep into this today. At the highest level, you're always choosing together as counterparts. But sometimes your counterpart has their own experiences. They have their own journey. They have their own self-discovery. And so you don't wait. You don't hold yourself back. You don't put your life on pause. That's where you allow yourself to open up and receive the universal conscious masculine energy, potentially in a different form, in a different person. For some, they are what you like to call false twin flames on this journey. But for some, they are your counterpart, but they're just not able at this point to travel with you, to go with you. It's really confusing. I'm going to go deeper into all these different phases, I guess you could call, explanations, labels, I guess you could even call it, in the Twin Flame workshop that I'm going to be hosting in July. It is coming in July. We're going to be setting a date soon, so make sure that you're staying tuned for that. We're going to dive really deep into all these energies. Right now, what I want you guys to do is just trust what resonates for you and disregard the rest. Use your discernment. Use your intuition. Trust what you feel is the right path for you. So again, there's this kind of split that's happening in the collective where there is transformation taking place within divine masculines. For some, the person that's coming towards you is the person that you thought it was, that has really realized the highest potential, that has come into this beautiful energy of self-awareness, self-actualization, realization, this transformation. For others, it is a conscious masculine who is coming in to meet your energy because you have shifted so high in frequency that you are now a vibrational match to that conscious masculine. And so that's being reflected back to you in physical partnership with somebody. It might not be the person that you originally thought, but it is a divine masculine, and it is beautiful. It is beautiful energy. Just keep releasing, the past. Keep releasing the past energy. Keep releasing the past memories and allow yourself to receive. Okay, so that being said, what we're going to do today is talk about this energy that I have been feeling leading up to this full moon. So, again, recalibration. This full moon feels like a turning point. It feels like we are really releasing anything of the old that we just have been holding on to, just have been clinging to, in order to really move into the next phase. And I really feel like the next 6 months are just going to be abundant. I don't have another word for it. That's the word that they're giving me. Abundant and beautiful new energy, if you allow it. In the collective message that I just channeled, this is a choice. And I feel like this full moon is really your choice point. This is a choice between struggle and peace, and making it harder for yourself or making it smoother by choosing that peace, by choosing love. Which patterns are you repeating? Really being aware of those full circle moments that are coming up. For me, it was a doctor's visit where I had experienced medical trauma. I posted about this on my community tab and Instagram and Facebook, where I had experienced medical trauma in the past, and I was in the same doctor's office going through the same experience, but I was different. I was different. I've changed. I've grown. And from that, I was able to really recognize my trauma, heal that trauma that was coming up, and shift into a different pattern, shift into the energy of love, especially for myself. And from that energy, I was able to really take back my power where before I had felt really helpless. So these full circle moments are really coming up to continue to release anything that is still holding you in denser energy, so that you can move into higher energy of love and abundance and relationship and partnership and family dynamics and soul family and mission work. It really is recalibrating everything. And this is a forward momentum that we've been feeling. The solstice is going to be major energy. It's going to be a major gateway, as well as the Lion's Gate energy. What does that mean for everybody? It depends. I really can't see too far ahead in my own journey. All I'm being asked is to trust the next step. Trust the next step. Trust the next step. From here to here to here to here to here. To just keep trusting what is being received and how I'm being guided. Because it is all unfolding. So let's see what's going on with the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Now, when I'm saying the Divine Masculine, take it as it resonates for you. It could be your inner Divine Masculine. Whereas if you're the Divine Feminine, it could be the universal conscious masculine, or it could be your counterpart. So now take it as it resonates for you. As I'm shifting and growing in my own journey, the channeling is expanding as well, especially as we are growing on our physical channel here on YouTube. And thank you guys so much for being part of this community. So take it as it resonates for you. If it is not resonating with you, disregard it. It's okay. Not every reading has to resonate at this point in time. I have hundreds of readings here on the channel. They are all timeless. I just had somebody say that a reading from 3 years ago is resonating now. I knew that I channeled ahead. You guys have told me that I channeled ahead. I didn't realize I channeled that far ahead. But take it as it resonates, because all of my readings are meant to be timeless. So take the ones that resonate with you. That is your truth. My channeling is not the truth. You take the messages as guidance for your journey, for what resonates with you. I've always been somebody who wants to empower you, who wants you to trust yourself, who wants you to recognize your own guidance, your own intuition, your own wisdom. So please, always, always, always trust that. I am merely serving as a conduit, merely serving as a facilitator for your own growth and healing. And I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for the honor of being able to do this for you. It really is an honor to be of service to you guys. All right, so let's see what is going on. If I can get my decks out. Okay, here we go. All right, what's going on for the Divine Masculine right now? Current energies for the Divine Masculine, please. Current energies for the Divine Masculine. Current energies for the Divine Masculine, please. Something is shifting within the Divine Masculine. I'm feeling heart chakra. I'm actually feeling heart palpitations. This really feels like a heart opening. And I'm also getting this sense of anxiety too. But it's not anxiety as in fear. It's anxiety as in, this is love. Like recognizing this is love, this is love, this is love. And I feel like I did a reading on that I'm getting called to the Cinderella song. So this is love. I'm going to look back in my channel and try to post a link in the description box. If I miss it, if I forget to do it, feel free to put it in the comments. But I feel like I did a reading with that title, So This Is Love, a long, long, long time ago. And that's what this feels like. This feels like recognition. This feels like awareness. This feels like that what I'm hearing is surrendering to love. So I really feel like something's shifting for the Divine Masculine here, wanting to open up to that love. And we've been channeling that for the past couple of weeks, past couple of months even as well, really wanting to not just, fantasize about this. This is Divine Masculine's deepest desire. They want love. They are very sensitive souls, very loving souls. And they do want this love. They do want connection with others, with their counterpart. But they had been so closed down to love, and especially expressing that love in the past. But they really do want to experience this, and are experiencing this, and allowing themselves to experience this. That's what I'm feeling the shift is. Really beginning to allow themselves to experience love, and allowing themselves to feel whatever it is that they're feeling. This is surrender. It's taken them a long time to get to this place. Very stubborn energy for the Divine Masculine. Very stubborn energy for the Divine Masculine. Because they felt that they had it all under control. They felt that they knew what love was. And so when love really came in, it kind of knocked them off their feet. This was an awakening, is what I'm saying. Hearing this is an awakening for them. It really kind of knocked them on their feet and humbled them to say, oh, I thought what I experienced before was love. So this is love? Yep. All right, let's get a card for the Divine Masculine, please. Action. Yep. We're going to talk about that in a second. Divine Feminines. Nope. They want to stay with the Divine Masculine. Okay, what's happening on the other side of this full moon? What's happening on the other side of this full moon? Realization. Divine Feminines. Divine Feminines. Divine Feminine. Oh my gosh, that's so much. We have wisdom, trust, change, discernment. Oh my goodness. Okay, Divine Feminines. One card, please, for Divine Feminines. Divine Feminines, you're being a little bit stubborn tonight. What's going on with you? Hearing shifting is happening for you too. Energy is moving for you too. You might be in a little bit of a void energy. You might be a little bit shut down where it's like, you might be sleeping a lot. I know I experienced that this past weekend where I just needed to rest. I just could barely move. I was exhausted. So you might be experiencing some very physical symptoms as a result of this energy shifting, but it's not, be aware that it's not energy shifting as in like tower moments or dark nights of the soul. It's just energy shifting, again, releasing. And I feel like you don't even have to be fully conscious of it or aware of it. The energy that's shifting, you might be aware of your healing and what's being released, but you don't have to fully be aware of what's releasing. I feel like Spirit is just helping you, your higher self is just helping you to release subconsciously anything that just isn't serving, anything that is not denser energy. So you might be in a little bit of a hermit mode. You might be in a little bit of a void energy where you don't want to communicate, you don't want to socialize, you don't want to talk to anybody. You just want to kind of hunker down and rest. And that's okay. Listen to your body. Listen to what your soul needs. Trust in that. Let that guide you because it's serving a purpose. There's a lot that's happening energetically. Again, that recalibration that's happening. So there's a lot that's happening energetically. Allow your physical world to catch up to it. All right, Divine Feminines. Yeah, the void, exactly. But I just want one card, please. Just one card for the Divine Feminines. Fear. I feel like that's what's being released. And one more. What's happening on the other side of this full moon? For the Divine Feminine. What's on the other side of this full moon for the Divine Feminine? Change. Yep. Okay. So it just, everything we just channeled, that's confirmation. We'll get to that in a second. So Divine Masculines, we have action, and what's on the other side is realization. I'm getting actually an interesting message. I feel like the masculine might be feeling a little bit impulsive right now, where they are they're feeling the shift, and they're wanting to just go. They're wanting to take action in their lives, but it's not fully integrated. It's not fully grounded, and that can cause a little bit of disruption. That could cause a little bit of a tower moment for them. I feel like the full moon might be a little bit of a tower moment for them. They might experience something unexpected, something a little bit shocking, something a little bit that puts the brakes on for them for a moment. And it's almost like Spirit is saying, you haven't integrated your awareness yet. You haven't integrated this energy yet. You're trying to go full throttle and make changes for yourself, but you're not integrating the wisdom that you're receiving yet. You're not grounding that energy. And so that's a little bit of a distorted energy for the Divine Masculine. And so this full moon is coming in to help release, and that's ego is what they're saying. It's helping them to release that kind of ego and allow them to, okay, take a step back, trust what you're receiving, allow yourself to receive the wisdom that you're receiving, the guidance that you're receiving, and then take action. So it's almost like they're doing things in reverse, but they have to ground the energy first. They are receiving a lot of guidance. They are receiving a lot of wisdom. Again, awareness, self-actualization, especially around themselves. This isn't so much about the connection, although I feel like that plays a part. I feel like you are very heavily on their minds. Divine Feminines, you are very heavily on the Divine Masculines' minds. But I feel like this is more so for their life. Oh my gosh, this is how I've been behaving. This is how I've been choosing to live my life. This is a lack I've been in. This is a scarcity I've been in. This is the expectation I've been living under. This is the oppressiveness, the pressure I've been living under. However it resonates, every masculine is a little bit different according to, their experiences, their wounding, their patterns. But it's like they're having these epiphanies or having these realizations that, oh, it's funny. What I'm hearing is, oh, am I the drama? Am I the drama? And they're beginning to understand this and realize that they can't blame outside of themselves, that they have to take responsibility for themselves. And that's this new level of awareness that has really been coming in spades over the past several months for them. And they need to integrate it. And the full moon is helping them to integrate it by releasing layers of that ego that they have been holding on to. But I feel like they've been going through this period of self-discovery, and it's like they just want to go. They just want to make all these changes in their lives, but Spirit's like, hold on a minute. You have to integrate this. You have to ground the energy, because without grounding the energy, it remains unstable. It remains unbalanced, and you just fall back into the old ways of being. You just fall back into old habits, old behaviors, old addictions. So they have to ground the new energy that they're in. And that's the action that they have to take first before they make these big changes in their lives. Now, it could be, little changes, like little subtle changes, like maybe career changes, or maybe they're saving their finances, or maybe they're, building healthier relationships. But the energy, the impulsive energy was they just wanted almost like self-destructive. That's what I'm getting. It was almost like self-destructive, almost like they wanted to just like, burn everything down and just like start over and start fresh and just, let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens if I do this. Let's just see what happens if I make everything change all at once. And Spirit's saying, nope. Nope, that's not the way to do it, because that actually is self-destructive. That's self-sabotaging behavior. That actually does more harm than good. because again, it's not grounded energy. That's just more ego. And so they're really needing to ground the energy, and that's what the full moon is coming in with. The full moon is going to bring about some kind of tower moment or something unexpected. Again, it could be a conversation, it could be something physical that happens, like a career change, or a job shift, or a financial something, whatever this is. It's coming in to show them the missing piece. And the missing piece is integrating the wisdom, integrating the guidance, integrating their higher self before taking action. That's not to stop them from taking action, but it's just to say, wait a minute, to do so in a healthier way, in a grounded way. So really interesting energy coming in for the Divine Masculine. Divine Feminine, you have fear and you have change. And like I was saying, I feel like this is your liberation. I feel like this is you just releasing those layers and layers and layers of fear, whatever that fear was. Fear could be doubt, fear could be your own disbelief, it could be, which might be one and the same, fear could be self-worth issues, abandonment issues, it could be anything in the energy of fear, anything that is not aligned to love, anything that is not aligned to the higher energy of truth. So, and truth is subjective, but love as truth. And so I feel like this fear energy is you are really liberating yourself from the fear, and that's what's occurring right now. And so you might be feeling this kind of void-like energy, this hermit-like energy, because you're just kind of like, okay, what's happening? 1 minute I'm feeling good, the next minute I'm feeling not okay. 1 minute I'm feeling triggered, the next minute I'm feeling peace. But that's the recalibration, because you're releasing this fear, and that's leading to this change. What I'm getting guided to, and I think I've gotten this message before, is look at her power. It's almost like there's this like wrecking ball coming towards her, and she's like, nope, not this time. I'm changing the pattern. I am not letting fear to take hold over me. I am loving and nurturing the inner me. I am loving and nurturing the inner child. I am freeing myself from all this destruction. That is her power. That is her self-empowerment that she has moved into. And so with this full moon is just bringing any residual energy up to the conscious self to be released. And again, you might not be fully conscious of it. A lot is happening in the energetic realms. A lot is happening in dream state. So that's why you might be called to rest, because a lot of energy is moving within the subconscious as well. So there is a lot of change. And again, it feels like positive change. It really feels like abundance on the other side of this full moon. So this really feels like the turning point. It feels like the turning point for both of you. All right. Let's get this. And what I'm actually hearing is it's the turning point because you've allowed it to be. Because you've released so much. Because you've let go so much. Because you have shifted so much into your higher self. And are embracing your higher self. Embracing the new. By letting go of the past. By letting go of the old version of yourself. That's why all this positive energy is coming in. Because you're allowing it. You're embracing it. Divine Masculines. What do we need to know for the Divine Masculines? I'm going to take these because I'm feeling them. Yeah, practice gratitude and attune to the divine. I feel like part of that ungrounded energy is disconnect from the self. And when you're disconnected from yourself, you're disconnected from God, source, universe, creator, whatever it is that you want to call that primal life force energy. So when you're disconnected from yourself, not knowing yourself, not connecting to yourself, not loving yourself, then you're disconnected from God. So I feel like what's happening here is there's more of that grounding energy, more of that anchoring in, more of that connecting to the soul self, not the ego self, not the identity self, but the soul self. And that's coming from recognizing an awareness of where they've been and wanting to change where they're going. So with this practice gratitude energy, it's Like for example, for me, I just feel so grateful for everything I've experienced on this journey. And even when I was really releasing my divine counterpart and feeling that complete surrender, I felt nothing but gratitude and unconditional love. And that's how I know that this journey has transformed me into the highest aspect of myself, because I felt nothing but gratitude and unconditional love, even with everything that I've experienced. So that, I feel like, is what the divine masculine is really beginning to ground into and see. They're beginning to understand gratitude. Gratitude for their experiences, gratitude for their past, gratitude for everything, even if it was unpleasant, because it's served a purpose of experience. It served a purpose for lessons. It served a purpose for closing out karma or closing out contracts. And so taking that and really connecting deeper to themselves in the energy of love, in the energy of wanting to be love, wanting to experience love, and wanting to create change from that new higher energy. There's just this energy of like this newness, this change, this desire for change. I want to be better. I want to live my life better. I want to live my life with honor. I want to live my life with integrity. There's just this energy of a major shift that's occurring. And I feel like the more they see their life as blessings rather than pain, which might have been their pattern in the past, the more they're connecting to themselves and to God's source. And vice versa, the more they're connecting to God's source and themselves, the more they're seeing their life as blessings, as full of blessings, where they feel like they had ignored that, denied that, or hadn't allowed themselves to see that in the past. All right, more for the divine feminines, please. Divine feminine. Make time for self-love. I'm also getting crown chakra energy with that card. I feel like that is really a part of this hermit mode, part of this, how do I call it, this void energy, this taking time out to rest, is because you're really receiving a lot of information. Again, a lot of energy is shifting. Take time to love yourself. Take time to nurture yourself. Take time to take care of yourself, including your physical body, because a lot of energy is shifting and you are expanding. You are really opening up even more within the crown chakra. You're receiving a lot of energy. You're receiving a lot of insight, a lot of information, a lot of downloads, a lot of awareness, new clarity, new understanding. It's a lot. It's a lot that you're taking in. So just allow yourself to love yourself and nurture yourself during this time, especially this full moon period, because you're receiving, again, a lot at this time. All right, let's get some guidance. This is just going to be an oracle reading today. I don't want to go too deep. I want to see what we get tomorrow, and then we'll do another Sacred Union energy update on the other side of this full moon to see just what exactly has shifted and what that means for both counterparts and their union. So make sure that you're subscribed and staying tuned, and make sure that you stay tuned to Susan Dawn Ascension Connections, my sister channel, for more, as well as all my social media platforms, so you don't miss anything. All right, guidance for the divine masculine, please. Guidance for the divine masculine. The energy is gaining momentum, and that's the energy of I want to take action, I want to take action, I want to take action, but Spirit's kind of pulling them back and saying, okay, slow down to speed up, integrate this, anchor this in, ground this energy so that you're stable. And the more the divine masculine is stable, we've talked about this a lot, the more the divine masculine is stable, consistent, present, which is divine masculine energy. The distorted masculine energy is instability, inconsistency, ungroundedness, because they have to be the container for the feminine energy. They are the structure, they are the protector, they are the provider. So the more they are stable and present and grounded, it allows the feminine energy to flourish and open up and give more love and honor the love between the two of you. And again, that's the feminine within the masculine, as well as the outer feminine connection. So the more the masculine can ground this energy that is picking up. Again, we have been channeling that momentum is gaining for the past several months, and it's going to keep picking up, especially until the 8-8 Lionsgate in August. So the more they ground and anchor their energy and show up for themselves and honor themselves and love themselves and really ground that new stable energy, the more the feminine is able to feel safe and secure in that presence, and the more the connection is going to flourish. Guidance for the feminine. Expect powerful change. 2 cards of change here, especially on the heels of this full moon. What that change is, I'm not sure yet. I don't have that energy yet. I can see a little bit ahead, but I'm not allowed to see too far because it is still unfolding. And what they're saying is because I'm part of the collective too, so I have to keep trusting and just keep allowing it to unfold. But I do feel like it's abundance. I do feel like it is greater energy of love, a greater energy of wholeness, and I do feel like it is union energy. Again, it's going to look a little bit different for everybody. Everybody's path is a little bit different, even though we're kind of part of the same collective, even though we're traversing the same mountain, we're all going up that mountain in a little bit of a different path. So it's going to look a little bit different for everybody, but this is your desires that are taking root. This is your manifestations that are taking shape. This is your new life that is coming into alignment. This is a powerful change because you have become a powerful change yourself. So we're going to take a time out here. We're going to check back tomorrow with a sacred channeling and go deeper with the full moon energy as a whole for ascension. And then we'll check back with another sacred union energy update on the flip side. All right, I'm sending you all so much love, so much light, and we'll see you soon. Bye.